All right, happy Sabbath, family.
Happy Sabbath.
I'm Brother Al. For those who don't know, this is my reader, Brother Kevin. We coming to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel, located at 1900 East Rosedale in Fort Worth, Texas. The zip code is 76104. Once again, that address is 1900 East Rosedale, Fort Worth, Texas. Zip code 76104. All right, that's the Vineyard of Israel. We want to thank the Lord for giving us the opportunity to preach his message in spirit and in truth. On this true Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week, we want to thank the Lord for saving us from great deception. Right? Because deception is running rampant nowadays. So we thank the Lord, right, for his being the ability to be able to hear and understand his word. Right? So with that being said, the title of today's lesson is Biblical Financial Freedom and Principles. Once again, biblical financial freedom and principles, right? Because I know a lot of times, we go in the Bible and, we behind on salvation, true enough, but we try to deal with everything in the Bible at some point or another anyway. So today we come across the topic of money. Most Christians, they don't even realize how much the Bible speaks about money. In the financial freedom portion, it's like a two-edged sword. The Lord has given it, because it's really not based off a dollar sign. The financial freedom of the Bible is not based off a dollar sign, right? The Lord teach you how, to put everything in its proper place. That's including money. That's a part of the lesson we're going to learn too. But what I've come across is, had we done things God's way in the beginning, our life would have been much easier financially, because you need money. Money is a means of exchange, that's pretty much like they say, money make the world go round, so you need it, And what I realize is, a lot of times that's what holds the people back from serving God, from giving God everything, because they constantly worry about the problems and am I gonna have enough to pay this, and being overtaken by these things. So we're gonna go through and see, some principles that God has given us, which is not too late. If you apply these principles, you still can experience some type of financial freedom. Even if it's to the point where money was your God. Finances is your God. The Bible teaches you principles that's gonna make you free from that. Free from idolatry. So it's a two-edged sword. And the reason why we're doing it is because the physical directly impacts the spiritual. Mm-hmm. It's no way around it. We carnal beings. But we're gonna make sure the Lord tell you there's nothing wrong with getting increases. But the problem is when you put that before the Lord. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of times, truth be told, that's the main thing that we do, even as coming into the truth, because we got so many years going backwards. We trying to work our way around to getting things done on the right side, but it takes even longer. But the Lord have a plan. If we go according to His plan, it would have been much easier for us. So this is the younger people that haven't got all into life yet. If you take these principles and apply them to your life, you'll have an easier chance, to overcome this world financially. Therefore, you can spend more time serving the true and living God. More time, building up treasures for yourself in heaven. You can spend more time, building up your spiritual man. Have an opportunity to get your soul saved. Because truth be told, that's what it's all about. But yeah, they said we're going to deal with money a little bit because it's in the Bible. And we've been taught, in the Israelite community, we've been taught bad principles concerning money. I mean, flat out. Mm-hmm. We got bad advice. We got families, we don't even talk about, setting up something for the future for each other. We leave each other with debt. Mm-hmm. Because we got bad advice all the way around. We leave each other with debt, bad credit, You can't even talk to your parents about health insurance. They get mad, this Israelite community. Like, Mom, it ain't no secret. Shouldn't be no secret. We already broke. We know that. What's the problem? We know we don't have no money, but I don't want your burden. Mm-hmm. right? How I'm gonna raise my family? I gotta take care of your stuff. Like it's bad advice all the way around. You know, it's passed down, but it keeps you in bondage. You understand, physically and spiritually. Come on, you know, which the Lord gave us good principles. You know, to free us. You know, we got one universal law. Even the vegetation has to apply by this law. It's called you reap what you sow. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, you know, when we come into the truth, we don't put forth our best foot in life, which we didn't learn that from the Lord. Come on. I'm gonna show you. The Lord don't teach us that. We picked up these ways from the world. But what I want you to gain is if we apply the word correctly, it works. That's why you see sometimes sinners, you know, the ones that say they bless sinners, you can see them sometimes and they prosper in the world. You know, and not knowing it, they apply biblical principles to their life. Mm-hmm. And it's working for them, you know, because that's the word of God. It works, right? We just got to learn it, and then we need to be able to do it so it can work for us, right? Because now we got something on top of it. We have knowledge. You know, on top of the, you know, the finances. So that should help us further ourselves until the Lord comes. But make no mistake about it, get your spiritual man intact first and foremost. That's our number one goal in life, period. Right. Get our souls saved. But let's try to start this thing out at Psalms, the 12th chapter. I'm talking enough. Psalms 12. But I had to try to, you know, set the foundation because I don't want nobody to say, oh, there you go, prosperity. Prosperity in Israel now. You know, get your soul saved first. Psalms 12, verse 6. Psalms 12, verse 6. This is regarding the word of God. What does it say?
The words of the Lord are pure words.
That's right. That means pure, you know what else that is? Perfect. Mm-hmm. It's no fault. It's no flaw. It's flawless, right? Go ahead.
As silver tried in the furnace of earth.
So he's giving us something, not that he hasn't already put to the fire. He's giving us the word that he gives us, they've already been tested and proven to work, right? We need to understand that. So therefore, that can give us confidence in God. Like, once we put our confidence in the word, we know it works. You'll be more willing to put your confidence in the word. Let me say that. You know, you'll be more willing to trust God if you know his word. But he let you know you can trust me, it won't fail. That's pretty much what he's telling you. Go ahead.
Purified 7 times.
And he's talking about all his word, like from Genesis to Revelation. So whatever's in the Bible, you know, it's good. You know, and he said it's been not only tried once, twice, 3 or 4 times. He said purified 7 times. Letting you know this is a characteristic of God, diligence. He thorough. You understand? Right? He thorough with it. Go ahead.
Thou shalt keep them, O Lord.
See? Go ahead.
Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever.
See, and then, you know, too, that just lets you know no man can destroy the Bible. The word is tried, it's preserved, it's kept from generation to generation by the Lord. So therefore, once we come down and get these same old biblical principles that's been here from the foundation of the world, and we apply them, we can have confidence that they work. Nobody can stop it, right? Let's go to Isaiah the 48th chapter. Moving along on this accord. Isaiah 48, verse 16. Isaiah 48, verse 16. So we need to find out something about, you know, the Lord. Isaiah 48, verse 16. Hearken to the scripture.
Come ye nearer to me.
That's right. That's us. Right? Come out of the world. We need to come near to God. Go ahead.
Hear ye this.
Hear what?
I have not spoken in secret from the beginning.
That's right. See, the things he told us ain't a secret. They for our benefit. You know, they go abroad, they're for our benefit, you know. But it's just been a secret to us because the Bible been closed all these years. Right, but go ahead.
From the time that it was.
Yes.
There am I.
Uh-huh.
And now the Lord God and his Spirit has sent me.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord.
Who is that?
Thy Redeemer.
Okay.
The Holy One of Israel.
Go ahead.
I am the Lord thy God.
What you do?
Which teacheth thee to profit.
See, this is the Lord. He is the one that teaches you to profit. That's physically, and most of all, that's spiritually. Right? Mm-hmm. He teaches you. So in order for them to teach, you have to be willing to receive. Mm-hmm. You have to be willing to learn and then willing to apply. Because you can have confidence it's the Lord that's teaching you how to prosper in this world. Right? Every servant of the Lord don't have to be broke. Every servant of the Lord don't have to be struggling. Right? The Lord ain't just with that. You know, He just let you know that if you're struggling, you down, that's not an excuse not to serve me. Right? You know, we all don't have to be like that. You know, the Bible should give us hope. We should make a transformation from where we are. We should want to do better once we learn these principles. It's a new man. And He said, you renewed after the image of the one who created you. Mm-hmm. So if we take on that spirit, you know, then we should feel like there's nothing we can't conquer in this world. Well, instead, we the opposite. You know, we come through weak and beggarly, you know, I mean, just down and out. You know, that's on the Sabbath, that's at work, you know, that's at school, that's everything you do, extracurricular, you know, I mean, man, what? That ain't God's spirit. I'm here to tell you. You know, but go ahead.
Which leadeth thee by the way.
See, God teaches you to prosper. Once you come close, He said, come near unto me. I ain't spoken in secret from the beginning. I'm trying to let you know. I'm the one that teach you to profit. Then I lead you, right? Go ahead.
That thou shouldest go.
He said, I lead you in the way where you should go. You know, so that's physically and spiritually. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Deuteronomy 83. I just want to get this off top, you know. Deuteronomy 83. So it's the Lord that leading God our steps once we draw near unto Him.
8 verse 3.
8 verse 3. And this is when He was talking to His people in Israel in the wilderness. He said, I gave you the commandments, observe and do them, that you may live and multiply and go into the land and possess it. You know, and He said, and remember all the way which the Lord thy God shall lead thee, right? You know, and then we're going to pick it up at verse 3, hearken to the scripture.
And He humbled thee.
See, He did, and He said He did that so because He wanted to know if you would keep His commandments or not. So you pass the test, it's nothing for the Lord to bless you. All right, go ahead.
And suffered thee to hunger.
Hey, I allowed you to hunger. Not that I was going to let you die of hunger, right? But I just allowed you to suffer hunger a bit. Go ahead.
And fed thee with manna.
And afterwards I fed you with manna. That's angels' food. You hear me? Angels' food. Man, eat that. Go ahead.
Which thou knewest not.
You had no clue about. Go ahead.
Neither did thy fathers know. That He might make thee know that man does not live by bread only.
See, I had to teach you a lesson. And I had to make you know and understand that your life consists of more than just physical bread. This is what He was trying to teach his physical people. This same lesson go for all His people. Man don't live by bread alone. That's the problem with the world now. Things, you know, money, wealth. That's all we concerned about. Gain, increase, right? Which God wouldn't have a problem with if our minds weren't so tainted concerning it. If we had enough sense to put investing into our spiritual man, investing into our salvation, right? But the Lord is allowing this to happen. Go ahead.
But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord,
go ahead.
Does man live?
So that's how you're going to live. That's life, physically and eternally. Don't you know that the Lord considers you dead, a dead man walking once you distance from Him? It's conditions all over this world that's considered to be hell. Or hell-like conditions, right? Which you get yourself into once you don't obey the word. See, this is why the nation of Israel mainly is in bad shape financially. We don't take none of the Lord's advice. Huh?
Come on.
We way far away from the Lord when it comes to the physical and the spiritual. Let me just, truth be told. Right? But He said, this is how you're going to live. By every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord. That's life. Right? Because remember, we just read. His word is tried and purified. And He the one teach you and lead you and God. And it works. Right? Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, verse 5. We're going to do 5 and 6 and drop down to 9 and 10. Deuteronomy 4. Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Hearken to the scripture.
Behold,
Huh?
I have taught you statutes and judgments.
That's right.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me.
What happened?
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Okay.
Keep therefore and do them.
Keep them and do them, right? Because this is the words of God. This is how you're going to live. And he said, what he taught you was his commandments. He said, keep them and live. Go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them.
Why?
For this is your wisdom.
Where at?
And your understanding. In the sight of the nations.
So keeping of the commandments of the Lord, that's wisdom and understanding in the sight of all the world. Go ahead.
We shall hear all these statutes and say.
The whole world is going to hear these commandments, these statutes, sooner or later. And if they would have saw the nation of Israel keep them, they would have said, what?
Surely, this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Yeah, drop down to verse 9. But go ahead.
Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life.
That's right. So, he was talking about still in regards to the commandments. He said they're going to be your wisdom, it's in the sight of all the nations. He said, take heed, keep your soul diligently, lest you forget these things at any time. What else do you want me to do?
But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
See, this would have set us up to be in good shape on the spiritual level and the financial level. But we didn't do it. He said, teach them your sons and your sons, go ahead.
Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb.
Especially when the Lord came down and gave those 10 commandments, right? Go ahead.
When the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they should live upon the earth.
Yes.
And that they may teach their children.
And what else?
And ye came near.
No, that's good. That's good. He said that you should teach them to your children. So this will set us up to be in good shape. Because look what he's going to tell us about his word. Isaiah 55 and 10. Isaiah 55. Verse 10. Isaiah 55 and 10. Hearken to the scripture.
For is the rain coming down, and the snow from heaven, and returning not thither, but watereth the earth.
So the Lord has given you something you can understand. We all seen the rain come down, and and the snow and water the earth. We ain't never seen it return back up the way it came, have it? It don't happen like that. So the Lord said, just like you understand that principle, go ahead.
And make it bring forth and bud.
Yeah, so whatever, water when it waters, it brings forth and it buds, right? Go ahead, bud the seeds and stuff. Go ahead.
That it may give seed to the sower.
Yes.
And bread to the eater.
Go ahead.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
See, this word is pivotal. It's important. We just been overlooking it like it's nothing, like it's light. But that, you know what? Your life reflect that. Believe it or not, your life reflect that. Go ahead.
It shall not return unto me void.
It's impossible. See, we should be able to have strong confidence in God. That man said, it's not, my word ain't going to return to me void. It won't happen. He said, in another scripture, he said, search the book of the Lord and read, not one of these shall fail. In another scripture, he said, heaven and earth will pass before my word. Right? So this is how we going to live. Right? If you want a nice life, read it, learn it, obey it. That's it. He said, because how I know it's true? Because he said, I'll make your enemies. When a man's ways please God, I'll even make your enemies be at peace with you. Your enemies at peace with you, that's a nice life. And believe me, everybody got enemies. Even the nicest man on earth. You got enemies you don't even know about. Right? But go ahead.
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
Yeah, so whatever the Lord has set his word out to accomplish, that it is going to accomplish, right? Let's back up to the beginning right quick. Genesis 3 and 17. We're finna get into it, but I need to show you why. The word is so, imperative. Well, we've been going over why, but I'm gonna show you what the Lord put on man for sin. Genesis 3, we're gonna start at verse 17. So, this is when Adam and Eve, they first, they sinned, and the Lord was raining down the sins on man. They had free access to the tree of life, which was the Lord at that point. But now, after sin has entered into the picture, the Lord is going to block their free access. All right? verse 17. Go ahead.
And unto Adam he said,
And we're going to see some of the things he's told Adam. Because it's still, in effect. Go ahead.
because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife,
Mm-hmm.
and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying,
What?
thou shalt not eat of it.
That's right. You took Satan's words, and you had trust and confidence in them over mine. Go ahead.
Curses is the ground for thy sake,
What happened?
and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
See, that's hard bondage. The Lord put a curse on us, work. And not only work, but hard bondage. Slavery type. That's what it's going to be for committing sin against the Lord. See, the only reason this is prevalent is because you can see it in your life today. You go to work, you work long hours. Right? And what that does is that leaves you less time for the Lord. Versus in the beginning, he had free access. He could eat from the tree of life freely. Right? But now, this is brought up on us. Hard bondage. So that's why being financially free would help your spiritual man. Right? Go ahead.
18. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field.
See, that's eating the less. Right? Let me show you what I'm saying. Proverbs 15 right quick. Hold your spot. 15 and 17. So you tilling the ground, but it ain't gonna bring the ground is cursed. In sorrow you shall eat of it. Now it said you're gonna eat it said thorns and thistles shall it bring forth unto you. So you working hard and you slaving, you in hard bondage, but it's not bringing forth the fruit. Instead of fruit, it's bringing forth thorns and thistles or weeds and chaff, right? Go ahead, verse 17. Proverbs 15 and 17. Go ahead.
Better is the dinner of herbs where love is.
Then what?
A stalled ox.
Yeah.
And hatred therewith.
So we know an ox, they represent like the best. Fat, like a big meal, where they said them herbs. What they say about them herbs?
Better is the dinner of herbs where love is.
See, that's like vegetables, like a smaller portion. So it's better for you to have that smaller portion, what he's saying in this proverb, where love is, and have that fatted, the big meal, than what? Wickedness? Yeah. So let's go back to Genesis 3 and 18. When I was just showing you that, when he said, thou shalt eat the herb of the field, that's like the most minute portion. Or that's the lesser. But you working more, but you eating the lesser, right? That's what he's showing us. Go ahead.
Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee.
Right, no fruit, thorns and thistles, right? That's why you got to eat the herbs. Because that's the smallest portion. While other people eating the biggest portion. Go ahead.
And thou shalt eat the herb of the field.
Yes.
And the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread.
See, it's hard bondage, work. That's what he put on you. Go ahead.
Till thou return into the ground.
Till you die. Every day until you die. Go ahead.
For out of it was thou taken.
Yes, sir.
For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
Verse 24.
So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life.
So once the Lord pronounced that on him, he put them cherubims there, and he drove Adam out of the garden. He put the flaming cherubims there to protect the way of the tree of life. Right? So now, it's imperative for us to obey these words so that we can lessen that portion of that bondage, right? Because that's what's taking us away spiritually. Because when he brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, they didn't believe. Why? They saw him bring in the locusts and turn the sky dark for 3 days, right? And the fly. They saw him when he turned the water to blood. But you know what they're thinking of? They're crying out to the Lord by reason of their bondage. We're going to read it. Why are they crying out? By reason of their bondage. This was put on them right here. Right? So it's hard for them to serve God. It's hard for them to believe. They like, yeah, I see you turning water to blood, but them Egyptians is going to come through as soon as you finish and get that whip going. We got to go right back to work. Right? Yeah, I see you bringing the lights all across the land, but as soon as you take them away, they're going to be right back oppressing us. Right? So you know what he told Pharaoh? Let my people go that they may serve me. So you know what he did? He freed them from Egypt. He didn't take them right into the land. What sense do it make for me to take them from a whole lot of distractions to another place with a whole lot of distractions? No, you know what it is? Let's get in this wilderness so we can get some intimate time, some quality time, so you can learn, so you can feed off my word, so you can understand that you don't live by just bread, but every word that come out of my mouth also. That's how you live. All right? So let's proceed now. Let's go and get this one little clue right quick. Ecclesiastes 5, verse 5. Because we need to know something. Most of the world is absent of this principle, of this statute of the Lord. Because the Lord is going to tell us, you know, basically, our word is our word. So we're going to be condemned and justified by the words of our mouth. He going to punish covenant breakers. Right? See, Mama and them should have told us this when I got them credit cards. Credit, when you enter into a covenant with those people, you make a covenant as an agreement between two parties. You know, you got to hold up your end. They don't teach you that. They say, oh, just let it go, get on your credit. 7 years, that's a long time. Right? Then you go and do it again. And then you go and do it. So you're 21 years old, you got $40,000 of debt. You know why? Because you didn't listen to the Lord. The Lord don't teach you that. But anyway, verse 1. This is Ecclesiastes 5. Let's start at verse 2. Go ahead.
Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before God.
That's right. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. We need to listen as twice as much as we talk. Especially when the Lord's word is involved. Go ahead.
For God is in heaven.
Yes, sir.
And thou upon earth.
Yes, we are.
Therefore let thy words be few.
Let thy words be few. Go ahead.
For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto God, then fear not to pay.
That's right.
For he had no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou vowest.
Yes.
Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than thou shouldest vow and not pay.
That's right. Okay, you finished that? Okay, now let's get one more verse and then we'll go to Matthew. We'll get 2 more verses and then we'll go to Matthew, the 5th chapter. Go ahead.
Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin.
Right. Don't let your mouth cause your flesh to sin. You know, that's why I say you need to be careful. Think about what you say before you just start popping off at the mouth. Go ahead.
Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error.
That's right.
Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice?
And do what?
And destroy the work of thine hands.
Oh my, you already got to work. You already got bondage upon you. You know, you better watch your mouth. Your words are important. You don't have to vow to God. And it's better that you don't even vow than you make a vow and don't pay it. That's when you're dealing with the Lord. But that's also when you're dealing with man too, because your word is supposed to be bond. Your word is your word. Go ahead.
For the multitude of dreams and many words, there are also divers vanities. But fear thou God.
Okay, that's good. Let's go to Matthew 5. I only want 1 verse. Let me get verse 37. Yeah. Go ahead.
But let your communication be yea, yea, and nay, nay.
That's right, your communication, right? Let your word be your word. If you say it, do it. Your yes should be your yes, your no should be your no. You know, people should be able to depend on you. They should know you by, oh yeah, he said, I know he gonna do it. Right? Go ahead. You finish that?
For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
See this? You see what the Lord teaches you? So basically, your word is your word. It counts. It's bond. You get that over there? Right? So you bound to it. You bound to your word. So now, let's see what the Lord told us. Proverbs, the 24th chapter. So he's going to punish covenant breakers. So your word is your word. See, if we would consider these things, a lot of stuff we just simply wouldn't do. Because even though it's lawful, it may not be good for us. Everything lawful is not good for you. Proverbs 24, verse 27. Because remember, earlier the Lord stated that you need to teach these commandments to your children and your children's children. Now we're going to start out how much easier it would have been had we done that. Because man would have knew this right here, right? This is Proverbs 24, verse 27. Go ahead.
Prepare thy work without, and make it fit for thyself in the field.
That's right. So he's basically telling you, get you a career, one you like. Because you're going to be pretty much, cool to it. You got to work till you die. So you're going to be pretty much stuck to it. Get you a career and build up yourself first. Get yourself together first. Go ahead.
And afterwards,
do what?
Build thine house.
And after you got your stuff in line and in order, you got your spiritual advice because the commandment's supposed to be taught to you. Therefore, you will have, once you do get a family or start to build your house, you will have some spiritual knowledge to go along with that career. Now you ready. In other words, he's saying be fruitful and multiply. Now you ready to
build thine house.
Now you ready to build your house, have children and everything. So that's one principle of the Lord. See, we don't do that though. We do it backwards. We go down here and we just start multiplying and multiplying, right? Sleeping around, this and that. By the time you realize you're supposed to obey the word of God, you done messed up so much. You in so much of a hole. You got kids all across the place. You can't provide for them. You got kids everywhere, but you don't have a career. Because you spend too much time laying and playing and not enough, studying or whatever, building your career or making your work fit for yourself. See, the Lord trying to make your life easier. Can't you see how much easier that would be? Look, this is hard. You're a man or a woman, you have 4 different children, 3 or 4 different, parents, and nobody to watch them, right? Not enough money for daycare, barely enough money to keep them fed. Why? Because you didn't build your work. You didn't do your work first. You played first. That's Bible. So therefore your life is, so now you reaping what you have sown. You got to lay in that bed. And it's real difficult. Now, the problem with that is, 3, 4 kids, you a single parent, what a time for God at? Ain't none. So what you going to teach them? Nothing. What you going to teach that one about the Lord? Nothing. What about that one? Nothing. What you going to feed yourself about God? Absolutely nothing. I'm tired. I've been at work 16 hours. And you see, but you can see how much easier it would be had we obeyed the word of God, had we built that house first. All right? Let's go, because like you said, Galatians 6 tells you reap what you sow. So you reap what you sow. So that's one principle I have up here on the board. Where is it at? Build your career first. Right? Let's go Psalm 37 and 21. Yeah. Psalm 36. This one gonna hit hard. Because we don't teach this. A lot of people see being wicked is more than just being violent. You wicked anytime you disobeying the word of the Lord, especially when you know. When you don't know, you're still wicked, but when you know, you're even more wicked. So Proverbs 37, verse 21. Psalms 37. Sorry, y'all. Nobody even correct me. Psalms 37. Psalm 37, verse 21. Psalm 30, let me get there. Psalm 37, verse 21. Hearken to the scripture.
The wicked borrow it.
Okay, so the wicked borrow it, okay. Is that it?
And pay it not again.
Oh, so the wicked borrows and don't pay back. Because remember, the Lord said your word is your word. And the only reason I'm lending you this is because you agreed to pay back. The only reason I'm giving you this credit card because you agreed to pay back. Right? So if you the type of person, you get it, you run it up, and y'all skip that. It'll be on my credit said, you wicked. According to the word of God, you wicked. You run up all these schools, and I don't know, by the time I pay them back, I'll be dead. Ain't no word about it, skip it. You wicked. Because you had no problem in borrowing the money, but you knew you had no intentions on paying it back. So the Lord is letting you know, that ain't my spirit. I didn't teach you that. Right? Because we know we'll borrow something, we get a little money, we don't want to pay it back. That's wicked. Right? The Lord say, pay back. You finish that verse?
But the righteous showeth mercy and give it.
That's right. The righteous, he showed mercy and he gonna give. So the righteous is gonna be blessed because he blessing somebody else pretty much. Let's go Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter. So the Lord told you, prepare your work first. You gotta have time to learn yourself before you go out and start just having seeds. Before you get a wife, you need to know who you are. You know, how you gonna bring somebody, you don't have nothing to prepare for them. No? That's what we've been taught though.
Yeah.
Worldwide lesson. We go out and we get a girlfriend, boyfriend before we even pick a career or know what we want to do. What you want to be when you grow up on, though. I mean, that's how it's backwards, though. So therefore, our life reflects the backwardsness. Because all these, life is full of choices. Each choice got a consequence. So we've been suffering the consequences for bad choices. But now, let's see what the Lord says about what your hand findeth to do. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Ecclesiastes 9, verse 10. Hearken to the scripture.
Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do.
So that, because it told you build your work. So whatever your little career you pick or whatever you find to do, period. What about it?
Do it with thy might.
Do it with everything you got. Go ahead.
For there is no word, nor device, nor knowledge,
what?
Nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest.
That's right. You basically got one shot, life. Do everything you can to the best of your ability with all your might. Because when you die, that's it. Your resume is wrote. Your book has been written. Right? It's over. So while you got breath, pay God back for blessing you with the talent, for blessing you with the mind. Right? Do your best. And that's one lesson we just haven't took to heart. But you reap what you sow. That's why he tell you to do your best. It's going to come back. If you do your best, it will come back, right? Proverbs 10 and 4. We finna be in Proverbs for a little while. Proverbs 10 and 4. Proverbs 10. 10 and verse 4. Hearken to the scripture.
He becometh poor that dealeth with the slack hand.
That's right. That's why he told you to do your best. You want to we do just enough to get by. Bare minimum. But you know what? Your life reflected.
Yes.
Only thing about that is, when you see your brother after shining, you mad at him. But he breaking his back. He doing this, he put his best foot forward. Only thing you got to do is the same thing. The world is big enough for everybody to profit.
Come on.
But you don't want to put forth the effort. So therefore, you can spend more time being mad at the next man. Right? But you dealing with a slack hand. That's the only reason you poor, because you're dealing with the slack hand.
Come on.
Go ahead and read.
But the hand of the diligent maketh rich.
How simple is that? Diligent, you about your business. You consistent, you persistent. It's hard, you determined. Rejection don't bother you. That don't stop you. You keep going. Right? But when you just do bare minimum, you gonna put forth a slack hand or the least amount of effort. But you doing that to your own poverty. Right? So we gotta change our way of thinking, right? Let's skate on from that. All right? Proverbs 21, verse 5. Proverbs 21, verse 5. Then we'll do Proverbs 14 and 23. Go ahead.
The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness.
Yes.
But of everyone that is hasty, only to want.
See, the Lord is really with a diligent person. He said the thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness. Right? But the what?
But of everyone that is hasty, only to want.
That's right. Everyone in a hurry. Because you know when you're in a hurry, what you do? Just enough to get by. You in a hurry, your mom tell you wash the dishes, you barely gonna wash them. And then you're going to have to come back, sweep the floor. Then you're going to have to come back because you didn't wipe off the counter. Then you're going to come back because you didn't clean the microwave. Because you've been too big of a hurry to do nothing. Right? That's what the Lord is trying to show us. So, with that being said, let's go to, we'll come back to Proverbs 14. Let me get that Luke 14 right quick. Luke 14. Luke 14, verse 28. Let me get down. Luke 14, verse 28. Luke 14 and 28. Hearken to the scripture.
For which of you intended to build a tower, sit it not down first and counted the cost?
Right. So the Lord is asking you a question. And what man do you know trying to build a tower, right? Or you trying to build a house, but he told you get your work in order first and make it fit, make it good for you. All right, so you're going to try to get a family, right, established, and you hadn't considered what it's going to cost you. You hadn't made a plan, in other words. See, even the Lord, when he created the world, he made the plan.
Yeah.
He made the blueprint in Genesis, the first chapter.
Come on.
You was reading the blueprint when you thought you was reading the creation. He started bringing it to pass in Genesis, the second chapter. So he tried to say, you get like me. Come, you need to get that plan in order. Go ahead.
Whether he has sufficient to finish it.
Yeah, so don't start without a plan. Right? Whether you have enough to finish it, go ahead.
Less happily. After he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it.
That's right.
All that behold it begin to mock him.
Everybody was watching you. They knew you was going to fail. You came through that boy with the fresh no game plan. Huh? You was destined to fail. You running through life blind. How you gonna make it? You have no direction. So the man is telling you, they gonna mock you for that. Right? Go ahead.
Say, this man began to build. It was not able to finish.
That's right. Like just straight mocking you. You know what you're doing. You didn't build yourself a good name. You done become the joke, the laughing stock, right? Go ahead.
Or what king?
Huh?
Go to make war against another king.
That's right.
Sit it not down first and consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
That's right. So you ain't even got to do it by yourself. Make the plan by yourself. The man said, what king you got to go on to make war against another king? Sit it down and don't consult with his people first. To know if he got enough to take down 20,000 with his 10,000. In other words, what kind of consult to come up with a strategy? So we need to come up with a strategy in this thing called life. You know, we need help spiritually and physically. Come on. And you sitting down and you just going out there like Rambo, shooting everything that moves. Like you have no direction. You got to come through like a sniper. You got to make the plan, know what you want, pick it out, go out there, pick him out, go on about your business. Less time wasted, more time you got for the Lord. All right, go ahead.
Or else,
huh?
While the other is yet a great way off,
right?
He sent it in a passage and desired conditions of peace. So likewise, whoso he be of you that forsaketh not all that he had, he cannot be my disciple.
Okay, that's good. So basically, have a plan. All right? Let's go to Matthew the 13th chapter, verse 44. That's one of the basic principles we learn from the Bible. You can apply this to money, right? Have a plan. What you want to do with your life? Matthew 13, verse 44, harken to the scripture.
Again.
Huh?
Again.
What?
The kingdom of heaven is likened to treasure hid in a field.
What about it?
The which when a man had found, he hid it.
Okay, so now peep this. He's telling you about the kingdom of heaven, right? This can help you get heaven on earth, experience heaven on earth as well. He said it's like a treasure. He said a field or a treasure. Read again.
Like unto a treasure hid in a field.
Okay, so it's like a treasure that's been hid in this one field. What happened?
The which when a man had found, he hid it.
Yes.
And for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he had and buyeth that field.
So he hid it. And he had joy, about this discovery. So he went and he sold all that he had to go and buy that one field. Basically what he's doing is making an investment.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Some things are worth investing in. And one major thing I'm going to show you that's worth investing in is knowledge. Because you can change situations if you got the right knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're getting today. We're going to change some situations with this knowledge. Because this don't fail. So the man sold everything he had and went and bought this one field. Go ahead.
45.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a merchant man.
Okay, it's a businessman. You're doing what?
Seeking goodly pearls.
Looking for goodly pearls. Go ahead.
Who, when he had found one pearl of great price,
So he's looking for pearls, but he done found one of a great price, right?
Mhm.
It's worth more than all the others, most likely. Go ahead.
when he sold all that he had and bought it.
He went and sold everything he had. He gave up something.
Mhm.
He made the sacrifice, made an investment, right? That's how it is. That come along with a plan, right? Go ahead.
Again.
What? Now that's good. That was 46.
Yes, sir.
So he went and he made them. So some things are worth investing in. Like let's go look at one of the main ones, Proverbs 3, verse 13. So you gotta be willing to invest something, sacrifice something. Life is not free. It's gonna cost you.
Mhm.
Whatever you want to do, something you're gonna have to pay. You saw what he told Adam by the sweat of your brow. So it's gonna cost you something. You gotta be willing to make that investment. Verse 13, did I say? Yes, go ahead.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
Yes.
And the man that getteth understanding.
For what? So it's wisdom and knowledge. That's one of the most precious things you can invest in. And I'm speaking knowledge of God first. Because it's going to help you on the financial point. That's what we get now. Knowledge of God, which is going to help us financially too.
Mhm.
Right? Go ahead.
For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver.
See, that's why the man is happy they find it. The man I found knowledge and wisdom. I'm talking about the Most High. Because remember, he said you can't live. You got to live by every word of God. So we talking about the knowledge and wisdom that come from the highest. What he said, the merchandise is better than what you say?
The merchandise of silver.
What about the gain?
And the gain thereof than fine gold.
So you know what he told you? No matter how much gold you get, put it all together, pile it up in heaps, all of it in the world. Whatever you can buy with it is not going to be better than what you can get from attaining wisdom and understanding and knowledge. So we need to make an investment in knowledge. That can lead to great riches. Watch what he told you, Proverbs 8 and 11. Proverbs 8 and 11. Go ahead.
For wisdom is better than rubies.
What is?
Wisdom.
See, who told us this? When we was growing up, who told us this? Only thing we sit down and they tell us is what? What you want to be when you grow up, right? Don't mess up your credit. No knowledge on how not to do it right. You know it. That's how it is. They same thing that was taught to them. Right? It's passing it down. But it's all absent of the word. So it didn't have no substance. So therefore we go out and we live righteously.
Mm.
And then once we learn, we try to come back and correct it. We done messed up a whole lot on that road, right? But go ahead.
And all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
That's right. Everything you can desire in this world, you can't even compare it to the gain of wisdom. Right? Proverbs, the 4th chapter, verse 5. Proverbs, verse 4 and 5, and then drop down to verse 7. Proverbs 4, verse 4 and 5, and then drop down to 7. Harken to the scripture.
Get wisdom.
Get wisdom. Go ahead.
Get understanding.
Get understanding. You know what? You need to get knowledge and wisdom of the Lord first. But in every situation you find yourself in every thing that you partake in, you need to get wisdom and you need to get understanding. You need to understand why you're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
how it works, what is it going to lead to, what is it going to cost you. Right? Go ahead.
Forget it not.
Don't forget it.
Neither decline from the words of my
I
mouth.
told you that again, right? Go ahead.
Wisdom is the principal thing.
See, that's the principle. That's the main thing. What's the main thing?
Wisdom.
What else?
Therefore get wisdom.
And
With all thy getting, get understanding.
so get wisdom, and then whatever area you got wisdom in, you need to get understanding to go along with that wisdom. Invest in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some things are worth investing in. Wisdom is one of them. Wisdom is one. Right? Let's go to Luke, the 6th chapter. Verse 47. Luke 6 and 47. Go ahead.
Whosoever cometh to me and hear my sayings
What?
and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like.
So he said, Lord is saying, okay, you come to me, right? You want to hear my sayings? And if you do them, I'm going to show you who you like. Who you like? Go ahead.
He is like a man which build a house
Yes.
and dig deep and lay the foundation on a rock.
Well, say, well, look at that. We just picking up some more principles we already picked up. The man building a house, right? He dug deep. I mean, he put in work. Possibly doing his best to do what? He done laid the foundation. So he came up with his plan. He executed it. Right? He digging deep. Right? So he's not in a hurry, in a haste. He's not just going to get straws, to build his house with, right? He can find the things. But go ahead.
And laid the foundation on a rock.
Lay the foundation on the rock. That's the Lord. The Bible says, "Who is the rock saved by God?" But go ahead.
And when the flood arose,
yes,
the stream beat vehemently upon that house.
Remember what the Lord told us? His word is tried and tested. Yeah, go ahead.
And could not shake it,
Uh-huh.
for it was founded upon a rock.
Because the house was founded upon the rock. That's our spiritual knowledge. Right? See, we invest in this spiritual knowledge. It's going to help us in every area. Right? We can use it financially too. It helps. All right, go ahead.
But he that heareth,
Huh?
and doeth not.
What?
It's like a man that without a foundation builded a house upon the earth,
Yes.
against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell. And the ruin of that house was great.
He didn't build his house on the rock. And we've been going through some examples of that in the flesh. Like I say, you don't build your house on the rock when you go out and you just start multiplying, without being fruitful. Because you get yourself in bad situations. Because the rock don't teach you that. Now your life is like hell. There's no time for the Lord now. You're always feeling overwhelmed and overworked and underpaid. Right? You had no time you didn't even take time to get your career in order. You didn't take time to get knowledge of God. You just started slanging and banging, multiplying, no fruit. So that's the bed you gotta lay in there. Your house ain't built on the rock. Right, that's destruction. Right? That is destruction. Proverbs 14 and 23. Brother, get to 10. No, we didn't do that 10. Proverbs 14, verse 23. Proverbs 14, verse 23. Over to the scripture.
In all labor there is profit.
See? That's why I tell you to do your best. In all labor, that's work, right? It's a profit. In all labor is profit. So that's why I tell you to do your best. Right? Because it's profit. Go ahead. Did you finish that verse?
But the talk of thy lips tended only to penury.
That's right. That's like poverty. Just to sit up and talk about that ain't gonna do nothing. Poverty is gonna come up on you. So when you work and we put forth the hands, It's labor. I mean, it's a profit in that. But you just talking to talk, ain't no profit in that. You gonna come to poverty. In other words, look what the Lord told you to do. Don't be lazy. You know, if you're a sluggard or you slothful, you lazy. Look what He told you to do. He told you to get knowledge. This is part of getting knowledge right here. Watch this. Pick me up at Proverbs. Let me see where I'm at. I lost my spot. Proverbs. Hold on. Hold on. Proverbs. Turn to the ants. I think it's 21. Let me see. Let's go to 13 and 4 right quick. I'll find one. This is along the lines, but this ain't one. Okay, Proverbs 6. There we go. Proverbs 6. Sorry about that. Verse 6. So just talking about it ain't gonna help you, right? But you know, we got some people that come up with great plans. You know, talk about it. That's it. And it really would work, especially if you put some hands behind it. But most of you just talking about it ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna come to poverty, right? Proverbs 6 and 6. Go ahead.
Go to the ant.
Yes.
Thou sluggard.
So you lazy, right? You slothful. You a sluggard. Pay attention to the ant, meaning observe the ant. So it's just gonna give you some knowledge, some understanding. Because remember, that's the main thing, right? Go ahead.
Consider her ways.
Consider her ways. Watch what she's doing. Observe and consider it. So get understanding about what how the ant moves, right? How you operate. Go ahead.
And be wise.
And be what?
And be wise.
That's the main thing, right? Go ahead.
Which have no God.
Yeah, so they don't have nobody to guide them, no overseer or ruler. Go ahead.
Overseer or ruler.
What they do? Why was you telling me to watch them then? Go ahead.
Provided her meat in the summer.
Got enough sense to provide her meat in the summer. In other words, do the work first. The hard portion first in the summer, because summer come before winter. Go ahead.
And gather her food in the harvest.
And then once she done provided, did the work, she can gather in the time of harvest. Go ahead.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard?
Sluggard, lazy man. See, if you watch the ant, you will be instructed. Do what they do. They don't need nobody to be on their back and tell them do this, do that constantly. I mean, who want to do that anyway? No ruler, overseer, yet still got enough sense to provide her meat in the summer and gather in the harvest. Go ahead.
When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
Yes.
Yet a little sleep,
and
a little slumber.
What?
A little folding of the hands to sleep.
What it does?
So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man.
That one is an armed man. So basically, your poverty is gonna come upon you. Right? Go for Proverbs 30. You always gonna be lacking. You always gonna be wanting and needing. But you won't put your hands to the plow. Excuse me. Proverbs 30, verse 24. Hearken to the scripture.
There be four things which are little upon the earth.
Like what?
But they are exceeding wise. The ants are people not strong.
Right.
Yet they prepare their meat in the summer.
That's what the Lord tried to tell this man to do. Prepare your meat in the summer. Build your house after you already established. Pay what you owe. Come with a plan. Get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Right? He's gonna tell us in a minute. Don't go out there getting more than what you can handle. All right, go ahead.
26.
Mm-hmm.
The conies are but a feeble folk,
Yes.
yet make their houses in the rocks.
We just learned about making your house on a rock, right? That's Christ, your spiritual knowledge. You need that. And you need to seek that first. Like it tells in Matthew the 6th chapter, seek the kingdom first. Then everything will be added to you. See, if I seek the kingdom first, then I can go out and give me a wife and have me some children. And my life will be easier than having 3 children first. Check spread out because of child support. I ain't fruitful, so I know we ain't together, right? I don't have nothing because I didn't have time to get my career and myself established. This is hell. Why? Because I didn't hearken to the word of God. Why didn't anyone ever tell me? Right? Shoot, we gotta learn this. Go ahead.
27.
Yes, sir.
The locusts have no king.
Mm-hmm.
Yet go they forth all of them by bands.
That's right. So, it's that old thing like, can two walk together except they agree? Or birds of a feather flock together. They going forward by bands, right? Go ahead.
The spider taketh hold with her hands.
Look, the spider work with their hands, right? So the spider ain't lazy. Huh? The spider ain't slothful. Right? The spider is not a sluggard. He work with and they doing their best with it too. Look what happened. Go where they at.
And it's in kings' palaces.
Oh my God, who that's a high state, isn't it? King's palace? Come on now. You know that's the truth. That mean they doing their best work, right? And they putting forth their hands in all they might. Right? They working that work. So therefore they end up where?
In king's palaces.
King's palaces. Who don't want to stay in the king's palace? Raise your hand. I know you lying. Go ahead and raise your hand. I know you lying, right? But I don't believe it. Because that's a good estate. So the Lord is telling you, if you're a slugger, there's no excuse. Get you some knowledge and wisdom. Go look at nature, right? Let's go to Proverbs 12, verse 24. Because being lazy is like having a disease.
Come on.
It's gonna kill you. Proverbs 12 and 24. Proverbs 12 and 24. Go ahead.
The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute.
That's right. We know the diligent man. The Lord loves a diligent person. Right? He said the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, meaning they're the ones that's in charge. Mm-hmm. But the slothful pay tribute. Mm-hmm. Bottom of the barrel. Mm. You every dime you get, you gotta pay it out. That's sad. Go ahead.
Heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop,
yes.
But a good word maketh it glad.
Go ahead.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor,
mm-hmm.
But the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Yes.
The slothful man roasted not that which he took in hunting.
So the slothful man, he finally went out there and did a little bit. But if you hasty, you in a hurry, you only gonna do a little bit and then you're gonna be ready to go on. So the slothful man, he finally went out there and hunted. So he did a little bit of work, right? But what happened?
But the substance of the diligent man is precious.
Well, he didn't even put that which he ate, which he hunted, to his mouth. Mm-hmm. The slothful man went out there and hunted, but he didn't even cook his food to eat. So you only did a little bit or half. Mm-hmm. That probably was a lot to you. But that's not gonna cut it. That's not good enough. You can do so much more. You didn't do that with all your might. Why the slothful man go out and give him a little honey? He's not gonna even cook what he hunted. So basically, he did it for nothing. But somebody that's diligent, his substance is precious. He gonna take care of his. He gonna provide. All right. Proverbs. Did we do 13 and 4?
No.
Yes, let's do that. 13 and 4. Go ahead.
The soul of the sluggard desired and had nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat.
Mm-hmm. The soul of the sluggard desired, but he don't have. Right? Because all he do is he don't do nothing to attain it. Right? But the soul of the diligent shall be made fat because he's working. He building his hand. He building himself up to make sure he has something to lead. Right? So it's a stark difference between a slothful man and a diligent man. The Lord is working and helping him with the diligent, but that sluggard, you pretty much on your own. You hurt, you hid and you hurt. Right? So let's look at some more principles about money. Let's go to Deuteronomy 25, verse 13. The Lord wants you to know this just in case you do get an increase. Deuteronomy 25, verse 13, hearken to the scripture.
Thou shalt not have in thy bag divers weights, a great and a small.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not have in thine house divers measures, a great and a small.
That's right. The Lord wants you to be honest. Don't try to get over. In all your business transactions, you need to be honest. You don't need to be trying to beat and cheat and scam. No, you need to be honest. Go ahead.
But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight.
That's right.
A perfect and just weight shalt thou have, that thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
That's good for you, and that's good for whoever else you in business with. Right? Everybody is fair. So therefore it should be no problem with working with your hands. Right? Go ahead.
For all that do such things, and all that do unrighteously are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
That's right. And he ain't got to take you out. He ain't got to take your life per se, but he can make you suffer in the flesh. Right? So the Lord wants you to be honest in all your dealings, right? Let's go to Proverbs 15, verse 27. Also, the Lord don't want you to be greedy. Greedy of gain. Wow. Proverbs 15. Verse 27. Go ahead.
He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house.
That's right. So that's because you're going to let that money taint you to the point where you're going to be willing to beat and cheat and break commandments, right? Because you're more greedy of gain. Like it has power over you at that point. Like the Lord don't have a problem with you getting, but he do have a problem when you greedy of gain. It's become an idol to you at that point. It's become idolatry. At the point you'll break the commandments in order to get gain. Go ahead.
But he that hated gifts shall live.
That's right. He that hated gifts shall live. That's it. Okay, 1 Timothy 6. 1 Timothy 6 and 6. The Lord don't have a problem with us, getting, but he do have a problem when you greedy. That's all you concerned about is consuming. 1 Timothy 6 and 6. Harken to the scripture.
But godliness with contentment is great gain.
That's right. So you gotta put everything gotta be in its proper place. You can get gain, but get godliness first. That's what's gonna help you be content. Like even when you get your gain, you're not gonna transgress the commandments in order to get it. Right? Because you content with whatever he's giving you. Good. Much or little, but you're not lacking, so you content. Go ahead.
7. For we brought nothing into this world.
Yes.
And it is certain we can carry nothing out.
That's right. So you need to have even money in its proper place. You can't carry it out. You brought nothing in the world. You can't carry it out. Go ahead.
And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
Yes, right. Having food and raiment, let us be content. Go ahead.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Because you greedy of gain. You trying to be rich to the point that's all that's on your mind. Whatever you got to do to get there, you with it. Nothing else matters. But you falling into a snare. That's a trap. Go ahead.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
It's going to drown you into destruction. You're going to get in one trap. You're not going to be able to get out. Go ahead and read.
For the love of money.
Money is the root of all evil.
For the love of money.
Oh, the love. See, money ain't evil. Right? The love of money is the root of all evil. You love money more than you love God. That's the start of all your problems, or all your evils, or all your troubles. Go ahead.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yes, sir.
Which while some coveted after,
Uh-huh.
they have erred from the faith.
Yes, man, that's the danger. You covered after that money, you're gonna err from the faith. You gotta put everything in its proper place. What verse is that?
In the 10.
Go ahead.
And pierce themselves through with many sorrows.
Yes. That's good. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7 chapter. Ecclesiastes 7. Verse 11. Ecclesiastes 7, verse 11. See, the Lord don't have a problem, with you benefiting from your work, because He believes you should benefit from your work.
Mm-hmm.
He even said that about the preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Don't muzzle the ox. They traded the corn.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Where they're higher.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Harken to the scripture.
Wisdom is good with an inheritance.
Okay, so we've been talking about wisdom. Right now we gonna do wisdom versus money. He said wisdom is good with an inheritance. Come on.
And by it there is profit to them that see the sun.
Amen. It's a whole lot of profit, right, to somebody that gain wisdom. Go ahead.
But wisdom is a defense.
Wisdom is a defense. It brings security, right? What else?
And money is a defense.
So money, so we need it. Because look what he said. It's a type, if you got wisdom, you got money, they both gonna give you some type of security, but you do. They do. Don't say they don't, because I know you think that if you got $5,000 in the bank, you feel a little more security than if you got $5. So you got a little defense, right, against a couple bills. Right? I got a little wiggle room. But let that $5,000, wiggle down. You're going to get a little shaky. But go ahead.
But the excellency of knowledge is.
So the excellency of knowledge is what?
That wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Man, that's the advantage it got over money. It give it life to the ones that have it. So that's the advantage of wisdom, that the wisdom of God has over money. See, you need them both, but wisdom is better. The wisdom of God is better. Right? But by wisdom you can even get gain. Right? By wisdom, you can even get that gain. So let's move a little bit further before we close it out. What I got, a couple minutes. So let's go to Proverbs 13 and 22. We got to put it all in, make sure everything's in its proper place. Harken to the scripture.
A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children.
That's right. That's why the Lord told you with those commandments. Teach them to your children and your children's children. See, if that would have been our wisdom, and then by that we could have got money, we could have had them both.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
See, that's why you put everything in its proper place. The wealth of the sinner, worked all that time and get that money, was greedy again. Right? The only thing he's going to do is lay that up for somebody that's righteous. That's good. So don't put too much into that money. Don't put that money over the word of God. Right? You can get money, you can work your hands, but don't put that over the word of the Lord. Right, let's go to Romans 13 right quick. Verse 7. I missed this one earlier. Romans 13, verse 7. Romans 13. Verse 7. Harken to the scripture.
Render therefore to all their duties.
So, he said, render, basically, pay what you owe. Render therefore to all their dues. Whatever you owe, pay it. Because we know who don't pay back. The wicked. That's right. Go ahead.
Tribute to whom tribute is due.
Mm-hmm.
Custom to whom custom.
Yes.
Fear to whom fear. Honor to whom honor.
What else?
Owe no man anything but to love one another.
Man. Only to be running around owing the every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Kim, Sue, and Sally. Because if you owe that man, you ain't paid back nothing. But he said, owe no man anything except to love one another. Right? Go ahead.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
He that loveth another what?
Hath fulfilled the law.
That's right. Don't be going in debt. All right, let's go to Proverbs 22, verse 26. Proverbs 22 and 26. The Lord got all these little rules in here, you know, that'll help you financially. Proverbs 22, verse 26. Talking to the scripture.
Be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts.
That's right. Surety for debt means you basically like you co-sign for somebody. You take on they debt too. If they don't, so basically if they don't pay it, it'll be on you. And you making an agreement to do that. The Lord has said, nah, don't be surety to take on their debt. Because if they don't pay, it's going to be on you. You already, and it's just like you said, took it on yourself. It's just like it's yours, in other words. And you know, because that can make your life hard as well. You already got your bills and your issues, right? Now you co-signing on somebody else's issues too. What if they just skip out? No, you can't do that. If you want your life to be easy, a little bit easier financially, don't be a surety to take on people there. What verse?
27.
Go ahead.
If thou hast nothing to pay,
and look what the Lord is telling you. You ain't got to be trying to keep up with the Joneses either. This will get most of Israel in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You got light bill due, water bill due, rent due, car note due. You out trying to buy a Christmas gift. You a dummy. Huh? That's straight up. Don't make no sense. You got house note due, you got mortgage, you got car note, car insurance. Huh? Phone bill due. You know, 2 cell phone bills due. You know what I'm saying? And you out here trying to charge up the credit card. And on top of that, you got no intention of paying it off. Stop it. This is not of the Lord. This is ways of the world. See, the world just move money to the next person. No intention on paying it back. We just move it around. That's not, God don't teach you that. That's how the world do money. The Lord don't teach you that. Pay with your owe no man anything except to love one another. Don't take on other people's debts. Right? This is financial freedom. Coming straight out the books. Right? And the Lord tell you, if you don't have nothing to pay, leave it alone. Because look what's going to happen. Go ahead.
Why should he take away thy bed from under thee?
You're worrying, in other words. Up all night, can't even sleep, worried about how you're going to pay that thing you really didn't even need. Right? So if you have nothing to pay, why should you take away the bed from under thee? If you can't afford it, in other words, don't get it. Oh, stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to step up in other people's shoes. Whatever your hands can afford, that's good enough for you. That's godliness with contentment. You have got a great game. Wisdom taught you that. Right? The ways of the world, they teach you. Man, see it, want it, buy it, own it. You know? They let you get in over your head 3 or 4 times. Still buying stuff you can't afford. You know, when you use it one time, try to take it back. You know you couldn't afford it when you bought it the first time. Stop it. You out of control with this, right? Well, the Lord said, don't do that. Because you're just taking sleep away from yourself. Worrying yourself to death. And that's what's going to happen with that. Luke 21, let me show you. Luke 21, verse 34. See, it worked together. The physical impact the spiritual. That's why when he said he's going to work by sweat, it was bad news for us. Verse 34. This is Luke 21 and 34. Go ahead.
And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with satiety.
You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to yourself, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with satiety. That's getting excess or get gain. to the point something like a hoarder. You just stacking it up, stacking it up. Go ahead.
And drunkenness.
And drunkenness, right? That's, you know what, we was full of that. You know, he ain't talking about drunkenness like on Jack Daniels or Crown Royal or something. He talking about spiritual drunkenness. And that's why our life be a struggle, because we just follow Satan's spiritual advice. Or we go out and get in debt and everything else. Go ahead.
And cares of this life.
Yeah, and the cares of this life. Go ahead.
And so that day come upon you unawares.
That's right. So you too concerned with what's going on in the physical now. Right? Because you went out and got too much stuff that you really couldn't afford to have. You can't even hardly sleep. Now, the day of the Lord now crept up on you. You unprepared. So now you facing damnation right in the face. You fell into the trap. If you can't afford it, leave it alone. You don't need to be trying to go and get in debt. Right? Proverbs 22, verse 7. Keep yourself debt free as much as you can. You know, I know we don't make the type of money over here where we, you know, buy a house, you know, cash and a car cash most of the time. But limit that. Proverbs 22, right? Verse 7. Proverbs 22, verse 7. Then we're going to get 29. Harvest of the scripture.
The rich ruleth over the poor.
Yes.
And the borrower is servant to the lender.
That's right. The borrower, that's you. You're going to be serving to the lender. That's why he tell you, get what you can afford. Pay. And pay back what you owe. So it's two birds right here. If you do get in, you know, get yourself in a loan contract, make sure you pay what you owe. All the time while you're in that contract, you the borrower, you serving to that lender. So make sure you don't get too much, because if you get too much, you fool around and take away your sleep. Now you done became outmatched, overtaken, right? What verse?
29.
Yes, sir.
Seest thou a man diligent in his business?
What he gonna do?
He shall stand before kings.
That's right. So we got a lot of principles financially over here. 1 Timothy 5, verse 8. 1 Timothy 5 and 8. Harken to the scripture.
But if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house,
what happened?
He had denied the faith.
See, that's why he told you. Make sure you got yourself